What's in the title?
What's in the title? I chose it for a few reasons. One of the main reasons was a few years back in Maclean's magazine there was an article written by a local reporter, Renu Bakshi, and in that article she stated that, in one of the paragraphs, that these young men might be so inclined to get involved in this gang lifestyle because perhaps they come from a warrior's background, a warrior's religion. And that those three words got plastered all over media, and it put the religion on a negative pedestal where it shouldn't have been in the first place. So there was a negative connotation with those three words, and I wanted to show that, a warrior's religion, there's a philosophy behind it. It doesn't mean that you're a gangster or not. You trace anybody's lineage back far enough, they all come from a warrior's background, some kind of a proud warrior heritage. It doesn't mean that you're going around killing people. We're talking about warriors, which people don't even know what it means. The second reason was, in the film, the mother of a gangster actually referred to her sons as warriors. And then speaking to a lot of these youngsters, they would tell me that their lifestyle, they look at it as a way of life, a philosophy, a religion itself. So I thought it was a good use of play on words, and I used it, and I knew it would be a little controversial. I didn't think it'd be that controversial.
A whole bunch controversial.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy.
Within your immediate community?
Yeah, within the community. And then the mainstream media played it up quite a bit. Every interview I've done, it was one of the main questions I asked. It was the top 3 questions. But, I don't care. It's better that I try to dissolve it and tell people why I used the title in the first place. And, after people watch the film, the controversy dissipated pretty quickly. A lot of people just, judging a book by its cover, like my favorite example would be Salman Rushdie's Satanic Verses. People just judged a book by its cover and just went off on it without ever reading the book and then understanding it. So,
well, I guess the community, or the South Asian community, they saw it as a negative besmirchment, I suppose, of the community itself. Was there any pushback?
There was a lot of resistance to the film. I wasn't getting any help in the first place, but now I wasn't getting any help at all, and people were even more close-minded to the idea. But I stuck to my guns, and I released it anyways without any funding for the release. And after I gave a lot of free tickets to a lot of people that were causing controversy, just to show them that I'm not trying to bring a negative image upon the community. I'm just trying to show one community's problem to save it from having another generation go through the same thing. And it worked out. They came and watched it. 9 out of 10 people turned their controversy into admiration and support for the film. So now I get maybe one piece of hate mail a month instead of one per hour. So it's changed.
You're getting hit by that.
I was getting a lot of hate mail.
Yeah,
I was getting a lot of hate mail, a lot of phone calls. Even early in the production days, I was getting some death threats.
So, okay, there is this stereotype about South Asian and the gangsters, and is it real statistically, or is it just more prejudice? I
would say it's something that we've brought upon ourselves. It's not like we hid it. In the South Asian community, for a better part of the 90s, the young men were involved on the street level crime. If you look at the 1980s, a lot of the Chinese Canadian young men were dying at the same statistics as the South Asian men were. It's something that we didn't shy away from. We had these idiots going in front of the media and giving death threats to other gangsters, and they would get on the media and they would be passing death threats to other gangsters, and it just got taken out of control. It was blown up way more than it should have. Statistically, we have a higher ratio of deaths in this community over the last 19 years, but the same was said about the Chinese Canadian community before that, and the Irish immigrants and the Italian immigrants. So, being a port city, Vancouver, having transportation lines, east and west, and north and south. We are destined to be, geographically anyway.
Sure.
And with BC Bud, as everybody knows, a drug powerhouse. So the transportation, not the transportation industry, but the trafficking of it was controlled by a lot of South Asians over the 90s, and we were at the street level crime. Now you don't see too many South Asians being shot and killed, not as many as before. You see it's a very multi-ethnic